Hello, welcome back to my channel, or welcome for the first time if this is your first time, which, let's face it, it probably is. I don't make a lot of these. Let's address the elephant in the room. Why am I inside a closet? Well, first of all, I'm gay. No. Well, okay, that was so unfunny, I'm sorry. Well, if it makes it any better, I am genuinely, like, bi, but that's a horrible joke. I do have this mic. Why I'm in my closet with a mic? First of all, everybody in my house is sleeping. It's like 2 a.m. And I was like, you know what? This is a pretty good vibe, right? Like, I have my mic. I can, like, sit back over here and not scream so that my computer can hear me. I could just talk into this mic. I can even whisper and you guys can hear me, which is so perfect because I love doing these small little podcasts. No, they're not even really podcasts, just me really like ranting on here. And I don't want to wake everybody up. I got my legs up against the wall. I got a huge variety of clothes. I actually have a lot of clothes. I have I think like a shopping addiction in a way. I see cute clothes and I'm like, okay, I'm never gonna see something this cute ever again, so I have to get it. And especially if it's a good deal, I'm like, okay, well, it's this like literally at the thrift store. I have to get it, you know? And now I just have a lot of clothes, which I do love and I do wear. So it's not really like a waste, but I think I haven't, it gets through like, if I wore a different piece of clothing every day, I could, I could genuinely do that for like almost like, I think I could probably do that for 70 to 80 days. Well, actually, maybe like with different tops. Okay, maybe not 80 days. Okay, maybe I'm exaggerating, but you get the point. I have a lot of clothes. Is that bad? I don't know. Because hear me out, right? Fast fashion, it's a huge thing, right? People, they get clothes from like cheap sites like SHIEN, Temu, just to wear it, say like once, and then they wear it. The quality's bad, obviously, so they don't really wear it after that. Maybe they like give it away to thrift stores or donate it, but after that it's really like that's kind of the end of life for clothes, and you can't really recycle them. They're shit material, you know, all made in like China. um but at the same time, like, listen, it's a controversial topic. I have a few pieces of clothing myself from apps like SHIEN, right? And while I try not to shop on there too much, if I see something that I know I'm going to wear and like that has a bunch of reviews online, there's like, okay, it's good quality, and like pictures and stuff, and if it's like good material, then I'm gonna buy it, you know? Call me a horrible person, but I have like, um, I think like several items of clothing that I wear from apps like that, or like, companies like that, uh, that I wear a lot. And you know what? Maybe this does kind of go against like my last video, if you guys watched it, where I was like, oh, big companies fucking suck, you know, all they do is take away creativity from larger artists. And you know what? I still go by that. And even though this sounds a little contradicting, at the end of the day, oh my goodness, I'm out of breath. At the end of the day, I'm a broke student. Like, I'm about to go to uni. I can't be spending that much money on small businesses as much as I'd love to. Like, I would love to have all of my clothes handcrafted, right? Or even make my own clothes. I've always wanted to do that, like just learn how to sew. Um And finding my style of clothes, especially in like more mainstream stores, like at the mall, um, like I don't know, Garage or like H&M, it's hard, right? Because I think I have more of a goth alternative style. I don't consider myself to be goth. That's like a huge thing on TikTok. If you consider yourself to be goth, you have to be listening to goth music every day. You have to be like actively into like the subculture and politics and into that community. And honestly, that's just so like, that's so demanding. So, you know what? I'm not gonna label myself as goth, but do I have like, I think from an outsider's point of view, like, if you ask a random teen guy just walking down the street who sees me is like, oh, is that girl goth? Like, yeah, they're gonna call me goth, you know? They don't know what it means, but like, that's kind of my style. I wear black all the time. Anyways, what was my point? Right. So my style is a little bit more niche, a little bit more specific. Not that it's so rare nobody dresses like me. Obviously, a ton of people dress like me, but um, it's not as common. So yes, there are some clothes that I do find in like mainstream stores. I don't know why I'm saying mainstream. It's not like a stream, like more I don't know, more, you know what I mean, right? Just more popular stores. Um, but it's rare and it doesn't really fit my style all that well. And like actual good stores made by small businesses that do have clothes that I like are actually like they can be affordable, but they're always very far from where I live. I have to go travel all the way to like Toronto. I live not that far from Toronto, but I do have to take a train there, so it's really not as accessible for me. All of that to say is like, yes, I do have clothes from SHIEN, but um, I wear them, right? Like, I wear them. They don't go to the trash. I've had, say, like that skirt right behind the camera. I've got it from SHEIN like 3 years ago. I still wear it consistently. Maybe not like every day, obviously, but I still wear it. Like the last time I wore it was literally 3 days ago. Um, so yeah, I don't know. I just see a lot of people on social media, especially people who claim themselves to be like alternative, like, oh, you're not alternative, you can't be alternative if you buy clothes from SHEIN. If you, um, I don't know, it's like a bunch of criteria. And it's like, sure, but that's not really gonna stop me from having like from making my own choices, right? At the end of the day, I like money doesn't grow on trees. And there's obviously the argument like, oh, just be more creative, you know? Make your own clothes if you can't really afford to buy um more expensive clothes that aren't from SHEIN, right? Just go thrifting all the time. I do go thrifting. I have a bunch of thrifted clothes, but that doesn't mean I don't want other clothes too, you know? And honestly, you know, thrift stores are really hit or miss and um yeah, I'm a student. I don't make that much money. I still want to dress in my style. I can't really afford like that high quality of clothes, and that's just kind of the reality. I'm not gonna throw them out. I'm gonna still wear them, so I don't know what's so horrible about it. But yeah, that was kind of like my little rant. What I really hate also. Wait, let me bring the mic closer. The mic closer. Okay. What I also really just don't agree with is that whole alternative community on TikTok, right? They always have criterias that you have to follow or else you will literally get harassed. there. And I don't have really experience with this. I'm just saying from like what I've seen on TikTok, especially from like the goth alternative emo whatever the hell, right? Communities. Um it's very specific. I don't know how to really explain it, but if you don't share the exact same political views, the exact same music taste, the exact same style, the exact same opinions, then you will literally get hate crime down there and bunch of hate comments, bunch of everything. And you know what? In a way, I do kind of agree, right? Like you can't be dressing all goth and say like, "Oh, I I'm pro-life." Like, okay. Like you can't consider yourself to be a part of that subculture when that subculture is famously known to be so like anti-conservative in a way, you know? And I agree with that. That aspect I agree with. But oh my god, this guy keeps on texting me. It's interrupting my train of thought. Dude, shout out to that guy who I talked to on Instagram. He's actually so funny. Wait, no. I'm like gassing him up too much. You're not funny. Shut the hell up. As if he'll even see this. You gotta keep him humble. That's my life motto. Oh, I have a wire tangled in here. I don't actually even know what this wire is for. Anyways, yeah, I think what I really don't agree in with the whole subculture is it is so hateful for no reason. Like, apart from like crazy political views, that is like, okay, don't be pro life and be goth, you know? Obviously. But actually, you know what? Even if you are that, what the hell am I gonna do? You know, what the hell am I gonna do? If there's somebody who's fucking pro-life and goth, or they support Trump and they're goth, you know, I'm not gonna agree with it, but what the fuck am I gonna do? You know, genuinely, I'm not gonna do anything about it. You know what? If you wanna dress all goth and all black, and even though it's like very ironic, especially since like the whole culture and history around being goth is like so against that, genuinely, like, I could not care enough to just like if they post a TikTok or something, I could not care enough to go in their comments and be like, "Oh, you're not a real goth. Oh, you're so against this." It's like genuinely because I know at the end of the day, I'm not gonna actually change anything, right? People are so diverse in this world. They all have their own style along with their own opinions, and it's all mix and match, you know? Everybody has their own thing going on for them, and um, obviously I can't agree with like everything. I'm my own person. I have my own like mix and match, you know? And I'm not gonna go harassing everybody. Not saying that like some of those comments are necessarily bad. I think some feedback that people give on those type of videos are actually kind of more informative and insightful. But as I was saying, like at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter, you know? Like for all I care, you can I'm trying to come up with something crazy. You can, hmm, yeah, no, I can't think. Can you tell that I'm back on my meds? Okay, you probably can't tell, obviously, especially if you're not familiar, but you can see I am so, like, I'm much more distracted now. It's like, shit, the thing I'm taking is, like, literally the opposite of Adderall. Like, I swear to God. When I get back on my medication, I'm always like this, and my mind's always so foggy, which I hate. And I'm slowly lowering my dose. I think this is a little TMI, but I love to share things like this just for other people who are going through the same thing or maybe want to know more about it, which could never really hurt. as long as, like, again, as long as these don't blow up, I'm fine, you know? As long as random people online see this, that's okay. As long as, like, people in my real life don't see this. Because that's when it's kind of an issue, you know? Like, that's when you know a little bit too much about me and you need to back off. Um, but yeah, I've been going back on my medication after a small break. By the way, that break, I did not know I was that dependent on my medication because when I went back on it, like by the time I went back on it, I was hella depressed. Like I was having so much withdrawals. I was literally like I was um I was like paralyzed to my bed. I could not move. I did not want to go anywhere. And then I was like, okay, fine. Because I know on the short, like on short term, it sucks, right? Like I get so depressed, I get so lazy, or well, not lazy, but you know, that's just like a side effect of just depression. Like you don't want to do anything, right? And it's obviously summer for me. I don't want to waste it, but like it, like this like whole depression thing, off my meds thing, it took a huge hit. Like for a bit, I was feeling kind of manic. I was feeling kind of good, but then it all kind of like, I just crashed. Um, and it sucks because um, for those few days when I was off my meds and I was fine, it was kind of awesome. And I'm just wondering, like, you know, life would be a lot more awesome on the long term if I was just off my meds and I was just always like that. Um, but yeah, it's just a thought. This is not like to convince anybody to get off their meds. That's so horrible. Don't do that, especially if you don't have like especially if you have to. Like if there are crazy consequences to getting off your meds, then don't do it. There are obviously consequences for me. Nothing too unbearable though, right? It's not like I'm gonna die without these medications. Like some withdrawals, they can give you like serious health problems. So this obviously isn't health advice. I'm literally 17. Don't trust me for any health advice. I am so doomed in my own way. So you do not want to be following anything that I do. I'm making my own mistakes and learning from them. And that's just kind of like a whole part of life. You make your own mistakes on your own discretion, you know? Hmm. Yeah. I'm trying not to cut too much of this video. I don't like editing. I don't really even have an editing software, so I'm just kind of trying to continue the flow. I used to have an editing software that was honestly so good. You know, I'm gonna name drop. It was fuck, what was it? It was like Paw Maker Editor. It sucks ass. Okay, because first, like, they give you 2 trials for free, and you get so attached to it, and like, you learn all the controls, you learn everything in it, and you edit your third one, and then boom, they're like, oh, actually, you can't really export this without paying $15. Why is this world so money driven? Oh my goodness. And it's like, everything is so money driven. Dude, it's been a while. Have you seen those fake Down syndrome OnlyFans girls who put like a filter on their face to pretend like they have Down syndrome, but they're actually just fetishizing it and using it to promote their OnlyFans just to gain like more traction and more clicks and stuff? Genuinely, fuck that. I don't like. And it's crazy that some people in this world actually think that that's a good idea just from how money driven they are. They're like, oh, they don't even care about any of like the morals that go with it. Like they just need like they don't care about that. They don't care about real life consequences. They don't care about how horrible this is to like the Down syndrome community, right? They just want to make money and they don't care how they do it. And everything is like that nowadays. And I don't even know if it's nowadays. Maybe it's just me growing up and just starting to realize this. I don't even know if it's getting worse. Maybe it's just been like this my whole life and I'm just starting to realize like, oh my God, this world's fucking corrupt. Um, and I think that this is something I complain about a lot. Like I complained about this in my last video too, how this whole um economy, capitalist society is completely ruining creativity and increasing censorship, and it's horrible. Not only is it doing that, but it's literally promoting shit like this, and that's horrible. I don't even, like, I'm speechless on this topic because it's just, I feel like everything goes without saying. How could stuff like this even exist, and how are we also okay with it, you know? Or maybe not okay with it, but we're just complacent. Is complacent the right word? I have to actually search this up. I'm gonna search this up while talking. But I think, like, in a way. Oh, did you guys hear that notification on my computer? Because I have an audio output. Okay, maybe I should mute that. Okay. Yeah, no, there are people blowing up my phone. I'm literally popular. Okay, what did I say? I said complacent. Let's learn together. Maybe I'm the only one who doesn't know this. Showing smug or uncritical satisfaction with oneself or one's achievement. Okay, that's not what I meant to say though. Oh, marked by self-satisfaction, especially when accompanied by unawareness or actual dangers or deficiencies. Okay, yes, that is exactly what I meant, right? I think we've just become ignorant enough or just satisfied with ourselves enough to not really care about any of this anymore because we're doing fine in life. Or, well, not fine, but at least most of us, I think, are surviving, right? And that's kind of enough, especially just like living in this world. You realize, like, okay, everything's kind of horrible right now, but I just first need to focus on surviving by myself before I can actually change anything else that's going on and affecting other people. And, after going through that whole journey and finally living comfortably, I think you just become complacent. That's the word, right? And I don't think it's anybody's fault. Well, by that I mean I don't think it's citizens' fault. I don't think that this whole burden should be put on us as, just people a part of middle class economy, right? It's not our duty to change things like this, obviously. We were just kind of put in a society like this, and it makes sense to not have big issues like this be our main focus because obviously we have issues that are more specific to our own lives that we have to concentrate on more, that are more or like urgent to us, obviously. And big issues like these, they've kind of just always existed, right? And in a way, they've kind of just been normalized a little bit more. Um, Obviously, we all know that issues like this are bad. Obviously, like giving girls a Down syndrome face to promote OnlyFans is horrible, but like, what the hell are we gonna do about it, you know? Obviously, all these like money grabbing techniques are horrible, but what are we gonna do about it? And I think a lot of people think that spreading awareness will help, and I think in a way, yeah, it's good that people are aware of this. But at the end of the day, we kind of just have our own lives and we have to kind of, you know, do what we gotta do. And I think just all of our plates are so full, none of us really have time to fight issues like this. And even if some of us do, and we want to fight this whole crazy economy thing, only a few of us won't really do anything. I need a yawn. I need a yawn so bad, but I just want to keep on talking. Let me just yawn for a bit. Okay, yawn. Yawn. What was I even talking about? Right. You see what these meds are doing to me? No focus at all. And you might be going, "Oh, Hannah, you're just tired." I'm not tired. I like napped the whole day. My sleep schedule is fucked. And it might just be because it's summer and um I don't really have any pressure to sleep early. But honestly, I'm fucking depressed and I don't want to be all sad boohoo like pity me. I'm depressed. I can't get sleep. Um that's not what I'm trying to do here, right? But I guess I'm just trying to say the reality like, yep, that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm trying to get better, trying to fix this, but it takes time. Takes time. We're 25 minutes in. I'm gonna try to go 30 minutes. Not that I'm forced to or anything, not that I have a thing. It's just like, I think 30 is such a perfect number. Like, yep, half an hour, perfect. That's kind of like, I don't know. Is it necessary? No. I just like it. I don't know. Are any of you guys like that? Comment down below. That's so stupid. I'm sorry. Um, yeah. I think going back to what I was talking about earlier, if these issues are to be fixed, it starts with like big companies, government officials, people who are actually in power, rich people to actually make a change, right? And to actually start maybe enforcing laws. I think that there should be laws for this stuff. There should be laws to not fetishize like small groups to make money. There should be laws to not um I don't know. There should be laws to arrest predators online. There are so many. Oh my goodness, I need to talk about this. There are so many predators on Roblox right now. Genuinely insane how not all of these people are getting arrested. Like, there should literally be, and I don't know if this is too much to say, but there should be something to track predators online and to detect what they're saying. And, like, the moment someone says, "Oh, I want to touch you" on Roblox, immediately alarms go off and an investigation is like, and obviously that makes no sense, right? Because, like, so many people are on Roblox, billions of fucking people, but Roblox moderation does nothing. And it's not even a Roblox problem. There are so much like predatory stuff going on online. That's also just something else that I think the government should take care of, make laws for, try to do this whole other security thing. People need jobs. How about we hire people to literally, I don't know, find these predators online? That's a good use of our tax money. I would want to pay for that. I would want my tax money to go to that. I would want my tax money to go to um I don't know, stupid shit. Like, what was something stupid? I remember they spent so much money for what was it? It was like this was years ago. I'm not that like educated on politics, but it was like a elections thing. They spent so much tax money on preparing the elections, like an unnecessary amount. I don't even know where I got this information from. It was just kind of in my brain. I don't even know why. Um, but I'm sure there's a bunch of other unnecessary shit that the government's spending our tax money on. I don't even have to talk about it. I bet you know. I don't know, but you know. But, well, yeah. Another notification just went off on my laptop, but you guys didn't hear it because I muted it. You can thank me or whatever. No, but it is genuinely 2 a.m. I don't know how people are actually like texting me or interacting with my like social media right now. It is late. Y'all need to go to sleep. Another thing that the government should genuinely take care of is security. Oh my goodness. I hear so many stories. horrible stories of shit going on to women in Toronto during the night, during the day even, in subways, on trains, in the middle of the street, in alleyways, getting shanked, bro, getting shot, shootings, robberies, mugging. Why is why are the authorities not doing anything? Why is this still coming? Hurry up with it. You know, there should be more cameras, more security. Hell, I don't know. If I was a fucking politician, I'm 17, I'd do shit about this, you know? Maybe it's not as easy as it seems, but I would at least try. And sometimes, a lot of the times, it feels like the government isn't really doing anything. I'm 17, I don't know shit about this, okay? Maybe I should just do more research and, um, I don't know, start forming my opinions from there. I'm not that educated, but I feel like I don't really have to be that educated to see what's going around, to hear the news and be like, what the fuck? Guys, take care of this. Why is this still happening? Make this place a little bit more secure. I get it's a big city, but if it's a big city, shouldn't there also be more cops? Shouldn't there also be more safety? And shit like this doesn't even only happen in big cities. It happens everywhere. And thankfully for me, I live in a pretty safe community. I live in a pretty safe neighborhood. I don't really have to worry about that much, but that doesn't situations still happen. I still hear shit happening to my friends. I'm 17. I hear shit happening to my friends who are also 17. Dude, I just burped. I really hope the mic didn't pick that up. If it did, I'm so sorry. Excuse me. Okay, that was 30 minutes unedited, hopefully. Um, I think I'm gonna end it here. If you're watching this, thank you. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. How do I stop this?